If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try.
Hi there, welcome back to the Board Game Specialists. I'm Carla.
And I'm Melanie.
And today we are talking about games that we should like, but really don't like them. So this is an interesting list because
it's different for us.
It is. And I always give my list to Mel because she sets up this whole presentation all the time, does all the work.
Yeah.
And so she saw my list and was like, what? So it should be interesting. These are some of the games she enjoys, obviously. So. And I know there's
some mistakes on your list for sure.
And I know there's some on your list that shouldn't be there as well. Yeah, and I haven't even seen the list, but I know.
It is funny. I'm making this list and I'm feeling bad for these games. I'm like, oh no.
Like, sorry, game, but it's not you, it's me.
You can't like them all. I mean, it's close. No, I like a lot of games.
Well, both of us like probably the majority of the games. Like when we get together with our group, me and you are pretty easy where like most of them we like. And
so it's true.
It's very, very slim when there's a game we don't like, but we will see the reasons.
We come up with possibly 18 of them.
Yeah, that's true. I bet we have.
And even then, I can't say that my list would be like hard pass. If somebody's like, I really want to play this, I'd be like,
okay,
fine.
Yeah.
Maybe my number one would be like, I'd rather not.
Yeah. Further down my list is the more I dislike them. The top is not so much. So, I mean, all you people out there that I play on BGA with, I do play one of these on there, and I don't mind it so much on there, but and I will still play it. But
I kind of listed.
I really don't like.
I kind of listed mine more into like the ones I hear more raves about.
Oh yeah, like the ones that should have like, more hype, but I don't.
People
like them.
Seem to really like this one. I just didn't, So I kind of went with that, like kind of the bigger surprise, I guess.
Yeah.
And then there's probably some I forget, but
yeah, oh yeah, for sure. And some of these games I would give another try to, but there are some that I've given several tries and they're done. They're out of my life.
There are some that I just have played the once, and I'm like, I'm okay if I never play this again. Mm-hmm. And some that maybe if I did, I would. There are some games that I have played. Did not like it, played again, and ended up loving them. So there are games. So is it possible that some on this list would fit that?
Maybe.
Very possible. But we may never find out.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not like I'm lacking games to play that I do like.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So
there's so many good ones. So
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, before we get into those games, we're each going to talk about a game we played. Yes. And the game I'm talking about is...
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I totally... Close your eyes. No, hold on. I'm just going to hide this. Close your eyes. Everybody, close your eyes.
Unless you're driving. Don't close your eyes if you're driving.
Kayla, keep your eyes open.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it going to work from there? Okay, yes. So let me go. Let me go back. Okay, I'm ready for real this time.
Okay. So yeah, we're talking about a couple games, and the game I'm talking about is an older one. It's a second version of the game, and that is Terraforming Mars Ares Expedition. Now,
that is a bit of an older one. Like, are you like falling in love with it?
I just thought about it in the middle of the night, and I was like, oh, I really want to play that game again. I was asking in Discord, like I said, I was craving this game. Does anybody crave games? Like, do you think about something and you're like,
I do get
ooh, I need a hit of that Terraforming Mars or something. It's a weird feeling, these things, but I do enjoy this one better than the bigger version game. So, and there's
3 Terraforming Mars.
Yeah.
So which one is this one?
There's 4. No, there's 3. You're right. The dice game.
There's a card, there's a dice, and this is a card version, isn't it?
This is the card game version.
Okay, perfect.
And so it has kind of a similarity to Galaxy. What's it called? Race for the Galaxy, where you have that action selection, and then everybody gets a lesser version of that action.
Too, but
okay, yeah, true. But yeah, everybody gets a lesser version of that action. Unless two people have chosen the same action, then you don't get two actions. Like you won't get an extra action. You just get one from the two people. So it's nice if everybody chooses a different action, because then you're going to get more actions every turn. But you're still doing the same thing. You're still trying to terraform Mars, and you're still trying to like produce heat and plants to warm up the Earth. I guess it's to cool down the Earth, because you're going from hot to cold. And the oxygen you're trying to raise, you're trying to flip all these ocean tiles, so creating more oxygen and good air in the world. And then all the cards are like very combo-tastic. So like some will do something with other cards. And if you get like a cool engine where you're building a bunch of steel and I forget what the other one is. It's not copper, but it's something similar to that. Then you get big discounts on your cards. So then a lot of cards will end up being free. And then you also need cards to be able to flip the ocean tiles, because sometimes if you don't get those, then the game can get longer, because it won't end until you've completely raised the temperature, raised the oxygen, and flipped all the ocean tiles. Now, in a two-player game, it can take a little bit longer, or solo. But I have played it solo a bunch of times now in this last week, just to relearn it kind of. And it is very interesting puzzle, because at first, the first time I played, I didn't get anywhere near like the end game, and you only have, I think, 25 turns.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I played it again, and I completed it. Then I played it a third time, completed it, played it a fourth time, didn't get even close. So sometimes it depends on the cards that you get and the combos and stuff. Like if you can't get any kind of engine going, then it's very tricky to accomplish what you need to do. But it's such a fun puzzly game. I enjoy it just because of the engine building and all the combos and stuff. And it's awesome. I'm glad I revisited it. I had a friend over last night for some games, and I had this on the table because I was soloing it. And she's like, and she's kind of like me, not very big into space games. And so she's like, oh, what's that? And I was like, oh, it's Terraforming Mars. I didn't think you'd really want to play it. She's like, oh, well, no, if you've learned it, like teach it to me. But this was at the end of the night. So next time we'll end up playing this. And it's nice because you can play it cooperative or competitive when you're playing with two people. And
I don't know if I knew that.
Yeah. So it's kind of
I don't know if I've ever played
puzzle. Cooperative, because you have, I think, a certain amount of turns, just like you do in solo, and you have to complete the ending. And it's very, very tricky, but it's neat being able to build two different engines towards the same goal, as opposed to being competitive and just trying to complete the game and then having the most points. So it's a different way to play, but it's really cool. I really enjoy this one. And that's Terraforming Mars Ares Expedition.
Very nice. Yeah, no, this is a good one. I did like the dice version as well, but
I haven't played that one yet, so we'll have to try that.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good. Oh, because did I buy it and you were going to?
No, because remember John Pearson was selling a bunch, and I put in there, if somebody doesn't buy this, I probably will end up buying it. So, and I put it in our group chat because it was a really good deal too.
Yeah.
And then I think you were like, oh, or maybe Ashley was going to buy it, and then you buy it.
I think Ashley did, and I bought it from her or something like that. Yeah.
I was like, as long as it's in the family and I can play it at one point in time.
That's what really matters. Is it accessible?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you consider our game group, we own a lot of games.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We've covered all the categories, and we kind of make sure everybody at least has, all the good ones, or some of the good ones, so we can share and play.
Perfect. So the game I've played lately that I'm talking about is one that I purchased back in April, and it finally made it to me at Melcon. So I was like, oh, we should play this. So me and Lee ended up playing it. Now I bought it thinking I would like it, and I was right. It was so good. And that is Flamme Rouge. So Flamme Rouge is a racing game. And then I like the racing game. We own a lot of racing games. And I like a lot of racing game because when my kids were littler, and I was trying to get them to play. Race game was like an easy way to get them to the table. Nobody fought me on that. They all would play. So I was like, oh, I've heard good things. We should. So I wanted to get it. So I bought it. And then we tried it on Canada Day, actually it was. And then it was so good. Now, so far, I've only played it the one time, 2 players, me and Lee. But it was really interesting because depending on where you land, if there's like a one gap, you move your bikes forward. But as you spend your card, they're discarded. So, but you don't want to get rid of all of your big cards necessarily per se, because if you're at the front of the pack, or if there's like 2 grouping and you're at the front of your grouping or whatever, you get exhaustion cards. So they kind of clutter your card with like slow speeds. So you kind of want to stay with the group until the end and then try to like go past, or play your low cards when you're downhill. Because if you're going downhill, even if you play like a 2, it's automatically a 5. So then it kind of makes sense to play them there. But then before you go downhill, you got to go uphill, and then you can't play anything above a 5. And if you do, it doesn't count for anything more than a 5. So it was such a neat game. Plus, I really enjoy with this one is that you build the track, and it's just like a path. Like, it's a track. It's not a board. You just build the track, and then you can play multiple tracks, and it just kind of changes up the configuration of the... Yeah.
Cool.
But it was so neat, so fun. I really like this. And that was Flamme Rouge.
Yeah, I've never tried this game. This is a classic that I need to play at some point.
I thought for sure you would have played this.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I have not. It's skipped my path for until soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, it's here now.
Yeah.
It's in the family.
It's in the fam. Yeah. All right. Okay, well, let's get into our games we dislike, but we should. Now, we could get a lot of like hate comments here because these are some
sure
good
we
games.
Will.
Yeah. Like, I'm not dismissing that these are good, well-designed games. They're just not for me.
Yeah.
And some of the reasons, like some of these games really you would assume they would fit in my collection, but they're just, I don't know.
It was a shocking list. I'm like, really?
Yeah. And so the first one's probably the biggest shock for you because this is my total theme that I adore, which is, nature, animals, tiling, chunky, like acrylic tiles or like whatever they're called. And
what's
the
not
theme
to love?
alone, the art, everything should fit into my collection. And this is Harmonies. Now, I bought this game pretty soon after it came out, and the copy I got was quite warped, and I don't know if it was just the first print of them, but all the cards would kind of fold up. They would not sit flat. The boards would not sit flat. And I mean, that alone would not just turn me off of a game, but for some reason, I don't know, it just did not resonate with me, this game. So, and I played it a lot. I tried it solo. I tried it with 2 players, 3 players, 4 players.
Like, it's a game you wanted to like.
I really wanted to like this game because I love the little...
and I loved it.
What do they call it? Not tiles, but the little... I guess they're kind of tiles, but they're just...
they're wooden
so
components.
Beautiful. Wooden components, yeah, but they're so nice. And... like, it's a lovely theme, and it should work perfect for me, but for some reason it didn't. So what you're doing in this is drafting Azul-like, kind of all the tiles from one, and it's not even like Azul where you only get one color. You get all 3 of them from a little section, and you will take those and put them on your player board and try to make different patterns that will score. It sounds like it just should be perfect for me, but I don't know. I don't even know what it is that I didn't like. I did win a game. I lost a game. It's not like, I didn't do great at it, and maybe that's it. But it's, I sold it. And even the person I sold it to, I think she was possibly a listener or she knew me. And she's like, what? Why are you selling this game? I'm like, I don't know. Just take it. I just don't know. I just don't want to play it. And then it came on BGA, and so I'm like, maybe I'll try it on there. And so I kind of
do you like it on there anymore?
And it was a little like it's okay. And then one of our listeners, I've been playing on BGA with him, and he asked to play that, and I'm like, yeah, sure. And I mean, I still played it, and I like enjoyed playing with someone I kind of knew or could talk to. But it's just not. It's not a go-to for me. I would still play it if somebody wanted to play it on BGA. I will not be buying this game. I would play it in person.
Wow.
It just would not be my choice, and I don't know why. It's definitely, it's not you, Harmonies. It's me.
I think it really is. Like, I've played it and really liked it.
Yeah.
And I was playing it wrong. And now that I know how to play it right, I was like, oh my God, this game's going to be even better.
How did you play it wrong?
Well, we were not putting those little tokens on matching patterns, and we counted that as a turn.
Oh, that's just a freebie thing.
Yeah, you could just put them out. So we're like, okay, but I create the pattern 3 times. Now I got to spend 3 turns to put 1 token out. No. And then because I'm doing that, I can't take another card. Yeah. So I totally limit how I played. And I was like, what? Do you know how great my score is going to be going forward now? But at least we were all playing wrong together.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Yeah. That's funny. That one was a bit, I was like, what? And I think you told me, so I knew this about you, and I thought it was weird. Yeah. But yeah, Harmonies. So put in the comment how wrong you think Carla is.
I know. I should like it. I don't know what it is.
All right. My number 9 is a game that would totally be something that would match Carla's favorite themes. So polyomino, and that's Indian Summer. And in Indian Summer, you get all these little polyomino pieces that you add to the board, and there's like little holes, and then you can kind of match those, and then you kind of get what the token is. And I bought this game and I played it. And I played it a couple of times. And my beef with this is that it's done and it's like, that's it. Like, there should be a final scoring, and it's not. It's a race game. And to me, that's like, finish is like, I finished. I guess that's it. I was like, it should have a final score.
Yeah.
So it bugged me. It bugged me so much that I actually sold this game, which I don't do very often. And I was like, yeah, okay, no, I think I'm good. So Indian Summer. And then, I mean, this is part of a trilogy, isn't it? Like, there's...
Yeah, what is it? Spring Meadow? What's the other one?
The garden one. Like, and we played it at Gobfest at one point because you were going to try to buy it. And that one didn't fly with me. A different one, the garden one. Oh, I don't know what it's called.
I can't remember what the third one is.
I just kind of erased that whole trilogy out of my mind.
Yeah, I actually wasn't impressed with that trilogy either. And I owned this game as well, and I sold it.
It's just like,
I don't know. Yeah, I liked it,
just like...
but same as you. I was like, well, it's not one I'd like. Like, I have a ton of we both have a ton of polyomino games. There's so many other ones I would grab to play before this one. It's pretty, like the colors are gorgeous in it. But it's
the
just
whole
missing
gameplay is not bad. I think it's just, for me, the ending was too anticlimactic. Yeah. And it was because it's a race game. And did I not realize it's a race game? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know but it just didn't do it for me.
Yeah, no, I agree with this one on yet. This could have actually been on my list too, because that whole trilogy is, I don't know, it's just a little bit unimpressive for Uwe, and his tile games are a hit for me, but
yeah, like the gameplay was okay. It was just Mm-hmm. So that is my number 9, Indian Summer. This might be our fastest episode because we're like, I don't know.
There's not a lot to talk about. Yeah, exactly. All right, my number 8 is a 2-player. I think you can actually play this in a multiplayer as well. I just assumed it was 2-player.
I think you can play 3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is Santorini. Maybe? So Santorini I bought for Christmas for my husband one year. He's Greek, and So we had kind of started, this was when I had started getting him to play more games. So I was like, oh yeah, I got this. And he opened up, he was like, oh, cool. And so we played it a couple times, and was just like, oh, and then I thought, am I playing this wrong? I've got to reread it and like watch a video, played it again. Just, it seemed like always the first player would win. Like it doesn't matter because you have that extra move. And as soon as you get, what is it, 2 or 3 people on top of buildings, you win the game.
You get one.
And
the first one to go on top of a building, you win.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So then, I mean, it just always was the first player. And we
Are you using with the player powers?
Yeah. We tried it with the player powers. Like, it just seemed like it never failed. First person, unless we just always had the same kind of moves, and then the first player always had the one extra, and so they would win. But I don't know.
Are you blocking each other?
We were blocking each other too and stuff, and I've played it with other people, and I kept trying it because I really wanted to like this game. I love
That's so weird.
I love abstract strategy. I love the components, but it just didn't. It didn't, like, none of us liked it. None of the families.
That's so, like, I do not feel the same way about this game at all. Yeah. And I'm trying to remember, like, is it always the first player who wins? Like, if it is, we have not noticed that. But it's like get neck and neck. It's like, oh no, it's like, oh wait. And then as like all of a sudden I managed to lock one of their guys in the corner because everything is too tall for them to come out. It's like
stuck in there, yeah.
But yeah, no, I do not feel the same way about this game at all. And it's so stunning to look at.
I know. Just like the little white buildings with the roofs just remind us so much. Like, we went to Greece one summer, and so he has different family on different islands. And one of the islands, it wasn't Santorini, but they did also still have buildings like this. So it's very like nostalgic for us because we went like when we were younger, but still wasn't
this one was gifted to me by Roxley when I ran a dice throne tournament for them. Oh, yeah. It's because they were going to do a tournament, and then I said, well, I could run it, and said, okay, well, do you want to do dice throne or Santorini? And I said, I'll do dice throne because I've never played Santorini. And they're like, what? So then they gave me this game, and then like an idiot, I opened the game because we're playing it that weekend. I grabbed the bag, I rip it open to pull the pieces out, and it's a Ziploc bag.
Oops.
I was
not like you don't have 1,000 of those though to replace.
What did you do?
I said not like you don't have another 1,000.
Yo, exactly. I got lots. I've replaced the bags since, but I was just so excited. I ripped open my Ziploc bag. Oh my god. But yeah, Santorini, again, tell Carla how wrong she is with this one. All right. That's crazy. Okay, my number 8 is a game that I played for the first time at Melcon last year. And afterwards, I was like, It's like, what was the point of that? And that is Beacon Patrol.
Oh, you didn't like that?
I was like,
I love this game.
Is this even a game? And you know what? Maybe I just don't remember, but because you move your boat so many spaces away and you can add a tile, and it's like an ocean tile, and then afterwards, like if you have buoys or if you have like a lighthouse and
you're trying to surround also those tiles.
Yeah, you're trying, but yeah, it was just like okay, and it's like. I don't think I ever won. This was the very first game I played at Melcon last year, and I was like, So
did you play
and
it with how many people?
Wise, I think it was 2 of us.
Oh, okay. Huh.
But
yeah, no,
I don't know.
Enjoy this game. Yeah,
I know, and
play
then
it cooperatively. It's not a competitive game; it's cooperative. So you're trying to.
Oh, did I know that?
Were you playing competitive?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember that this was cooperative, or maybe that was like, was I playing cooperative? Maybe that's why. Maybe it's like a co-op game that I'm playing by myself. I'm playing to win, but I don't know. I don't know what it was about this game. It was just like, okay. So then what's the goal? Like, you play cooperatively and you're just trying to beat your last score?
There's like a score you're trying to get to, and then like depending on how many things you surround or how many connected buildings. I can't remember all the scoring involved, but it's tricky because sometimes you move your boat and then you're stuck somewhere, so you have to use your turn to move instead of place tiles. So that could have probably frustrated you too, if like, at some
Could
point
have
you're
been.
like,
I
oh,
don't know.
all I can do is move 3 spaces and that's my whole turn. So it's like,
maybe
it's very tricky to plan your movement and your tile laying, because sometimes you can place a tile and it makes you stuck basically for a while until you can get out of there.
And I think that did happen a couple of times.
Yeah.
But it was just like, okay. And it's like nautical. You think I would have liked the theme, but it was just no, it was a flop for me.
I even bought the expansion. I like this game so much.
All right, everybody, you can tell me. Put in the comments on how wrong I am about this one, or if you feel the same way. But yeah, no. Beacon Patrol was not a hit for me, and that's my number 8.
All right, my number 7 is an older one, and I have played this a few times, and this is Evolution. Now, it could very well be the meanness in it, because I mean, I love animal themed games, and I love, like growing from, beginning to end, where you're growing your population and those kind of things. But I think for me, it's the fact that you can like, build up this animal, build up its population, and then somebody can literally come and destroy it. And that might be it. I don't know if that's it. I probably could just play better, and then maybe I would like it more. I did get the card version of this game just because I think I found it used really cheap, and I'm like, I'm just going to give this one a try. And I really do like the card version. It's a little bit less punishing and it's quicker, so it's not like, you're building up this huge thing for a couple hours and then all of a sudden these animals are just wiped. I don't know. It's just, I know they made a newer version called Nature that just came out this last year.
And they made an Ocean one as well, right?
And Oceans. And I haven't tried either of those. I would give them a try, but I don't know that it'll be any different if it's kind of the same mechanic in it.
Yeah.
But it's like a beautiful game. The art is beautiful. There's just little, like the little central piece where you're putting all your little water hole, and then that's where all the food kind of goes, and then your little trackers to track your population and your species and food and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's a really neat production. And I mean, I know it's a good, well-developed game, but it's just, I don't know, it's just not for me. And I know you've been talking about it lately, and this was one where it slowly grew on you, and it just
that's true. Like the very first game, I was like, no, I think I'm good. But my kids loved it.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, Mom, let's play it again. I was like, okay. If they're gonna play a game, I'm gonna play. So we played it again. I was like, oh, that was okay. And then we played it again. I was like, okay, no, that was good. And then we played it again. I was like, oh my God, this was the best game ever. It's like, and it grew on me. So I'm not surprised if that's how you felt, because I was there. Yeah. And I went like the other way, where I went carnivore, and there was every animal around me were bigger, and I couldn't eat them, so I ended up having to eat myself. And it was like, well, this is own ridiculous.
Or your own animals. Yeah, you can do that too.
So I was like, oh, that's terrible. So now I will do, if I go carnivore, I make sure I have like a very quick breeding little breed that I can eat. So I'll create a lot of them, then I'll eat them. But I don't know. Yeah, like it was one that totally grew on me. The more I played it, the more I liked it. So I'm not surprised it would make somebody's list, because I was there, but it was a slow burn for me. I'm there now. So yeah.
Yeah, so that's my number 7, Evolution.
Okay. My number 7 is one that we played one time here. And at the end of the game, I'm like, okay, I don't think I'll buy this one. And I was thinking about it, and then I was like, no, I don't think I need this in my collection. I'm good. And that is Kites. time to fly. And I like real-time games, so that's not the issue. But with this one is you have 5 different sand timers, and they all have like a different time frame to them. And you flip them over, and they represent your kite. And you got to keep them up in the sky. So if the sand timer ever runs out, you lose the game. But you're all playing cards that'll have different icons on it. And that allows you to flip the sand timer. So you don't want to play them too quick. So you flip them before they're kind of most of the way down. And you're just playing cards trying to keep your kites up in the sky. And I don't know if, I can't remember if we won or if we lost. Or if it was
we lost a few times and then we might have won one. I can't remember. But...
See, that thought is like, did I dislike it because we won it too easily? But then I don't think that was the case.
No, I don't think we did. No.
Yeah, I don't know what it was about it that it was like the concept looks like it should be good. Like the style, I like real-time games, should be good. The artwork is beautiful. That's not an issue at all. But it was just like,
Yeah, no, I had the same feeling. I sold it. This was my copy.
Oh,
I think
okay.
we played, and I ended up selling it because it's kind of like it's an experience. We did it, and then. Like maybe the first game was fun, and then after a while it was just like, okay, we're just flipping timers. I don't know. Yeah, I had the same feeling with you.
Yeah,
it's just all right. They did make another version. I don't know if they called it Skyrockets or something.
Right. I think I've seen another.
I haven't played
version.
it, but I don't know how different it is.
Right. Yeah.
But I think we thought we'd get kind of the same feeling we do with what's that game? That real
like
time
Magic Maze or
yes, Magic Maze. Which we all
and it wasn't exciting like Magic Maze
no,
was. Yeah.
Like
maybe there's like
so many laughs at. Somebody's like this, and you're like, "What? Where do you want me to go?" And then you finally see it. Oh, okay, yeah, right there.
Yeah, maybe it misses those moments like most real-time games will have. Like I don't know if it just didn't get that angst or half the time, the timer's gone and we missed it.
Or you just don't have the cards. It wasn't even possible to be able to,
Yeah.
Like there was no way we could have done that. So we did our best kind of thing. So that's kind of frustrating too.
Yeah, that could be like a combination of all of that. But yeah, Kites was just a bit of a miss for me. And so that is my number 7.
That one could have made my list too. Totally forgot about that one. All right, my number 6. Now this one I feel bad about because Cherry loves this game. She had almost all versions of it. And so I would play it. She knew, and then she started to know I didn't really like it. So she never kind of brought it anymore. And I had just been thinking about it. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll try it again. This is Villainous. Now Villainous is like a Disney version of... Not really a dungeon crawl. You're just trying to
it's not dungeon
get rid of but like not an adventure. What's it called though? Like where you're trying to like a boss battler. That's the word I was trying to
Okay, right, yeah.
Because you're just trying to eliminate basically the other person. Kind of or not eliminate, you're trying to get your goals, reach your goals before them, but you're also trying to kind of sabotage them. And that's not why I don't like it. I just don't think I love boss battlers that much. Like I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I like Dice Throne and things like that, but this one, I guess I should retry this one because this was a long time. I probably haven't played it in like 3 or 4 years, and I have come to like some boss battlers. So maybe I should give this a try again. But I know every time she'd bring it over, I'm like, oh, I don't want to play this. I would because I mean, she plays some games. She doesn't like, right?
Exactly.
But we would play it, and then I have played it with a big group one time at a cafe, and it kind of went on and on and on and on and on, and so that made it very painful. I would just stick to the 2-player version of this, I think, because I don't know. I think it can get very long or too long for what the game mechanics are, but it's just not like and the neat thing about it though is every character has a different goal and a completely different way to win the game, and so you do know what the other person needs to do, and you're trying to win, but also so you're playing offense and defense, and you just have to figure out how much of each before I can win the game. And so some of the characters are a little harder than others, which is nice because then if you play with someone who hasn't played, you could pick a harder character, give them an easier one. But yeah, I don't know, it just doesn't sit with me well, this one, and I wish it did. I mean, I'm not a huge Disney person where I go out and seek Disney games. I'm not that type of person. I've been to Disney, like I enjoy it, but I'm not a huge Disney freak. So that could be another reason. Maybe if it was a different theme, it may sit well with me.
But they have different themes with these ones. Like they have Marvel that came out. They have Star Wars that's come out as well.
Yeah, and those are also themes that are not
right. You need like a nature theme one
or something.
You're each a different natural disaster trying to win, and you'd be like, "I'm in."
yeah, true.
The could volcano, the tornado.
Yeah, I mean, I like Disney. I love Disney movies, so it's not like I hate Disney or anything. But I don't know. It just isn't fun for me to play.
I don't know.
I've played both, like a villain and then a good guy, and it's just
there's no good guy. You're all the villain in this one.
No, there isn't there. Yeah, I guess you are all villains. Well, I feel like some of the villains are
called Villainous.
But I enjoy some of the characters, but they just, I don't know. A lot of times I feel like my actions, because you choose these actions on your board and you can't choose the same one you just did. So a lot of times I'd be just going back and forth to the two different ones, and that's basically all I did the whole game, because those were the strong ones. And so then like it was like 2 steps forward, 1 back, 2 forward, 1 back. Like I didn't feel like I could build any sort of engine or any sort of strategy. I think that's what it was for me. But yeah, so that's my number 6, Villainous.
And I don't disagree with you. I have bought, I think I might have 1 or 2 versions of this.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, I don't need more. And I'm kind of at the point where it's like, I probably need to learn, like play this more so I know it more, to enjoy it more. So it's not one that I love, but I haven't gotten rid of it. So yeah. All right. My number 6 is a game that I'm not sure how to pronounce properly. And that is Sidereal Confluence. But see, the thing is, when you look at that one, I see 2 words. I see side and real, but it's not Sidereal Confluence. I know that. I think
you said it right the first time.
There you go. So this game, my issues with it is that it is a long game. It played forever. It took a really long time, and it's a bidding or trading and negotiation game. And the real problem with it too is when we played it, I was playing it with some very eager, loud people, and we played like, I think, max player count, and they were like just dominating the table and okay, we're going to trade this, and it's like, okay, I'm offering you this, and it's like, and then I'm like, well, actually, I could offer you something. Well, hold on, I'm talking to him. It's like, and then I was like, I'll just won't trade. But like, and you all have like a different like kind of species that you're playing as or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And some are more dependent where you really do need to trade and negotiate. And luckily mine was kind of somewhat self self-reliant. So I could still play the game and not do trades. And like, it was kind of interesting where if you had a card, you could upgrade the card if you had the previous card. Like, it was kind of one of those, if you have this card, then you can upgrade to that other card and that sort of stuff. So it was kind of interesting that way. But the whole experience was just, those couple of players had just kind of taken over so much of the game, and they were just so much into it. And I was just brand new trying to learn this game that it was just like,
oh yeah, that
whoa.
would be fun.
And I was stuck a whole, like, because it was at FallCon, and it was the first game of the day, and we didn't finish it till like past noon.
Oh wow.
And I was like, I just wasted my whole morning on this.
And you're yelling and talking the whole time trying to like
Well, they were
stuff?
like, I couldn't get a word in, and it's not like I'm a quiet person. I can't imagine if
Your
I was
voice
a
is
quiet
heard.
person, right? Like I have a loud voice, but it's like I was like, wow, okay, I have regrets. I have regrets, and I'm sorry I played this game. And this is one that I was like, oh, let's play this one. I'd be like, yeah, you guys go ahead. I'm gonna go somewhere else. Like, I don't think I ever want to play this again. Now, could it be that under a different environment, I would actually enjoy it? Yeah, maybe.
True. If people were talking at normal voice levels,
and if
not,
it was like more not as chaotic and more civilized, maybe I guess. But you know what? I don't care to find out.
Huh.
So
no, I've heard about this game, but never played it.
Well, you enjoy.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll give it a try. We'll
You're
see.
on your own with this one. Yeah, it was just
I would definitely have to think of the group it's going to be with.
And I think that's the thing. Like, some people get so enthusiastic about a game that they kind of forget about the audience. And that's what happened here. They were so into the games that they lost some of the audience anyways. And I was like, okay, yeah, no, if I never do this again, I'd be a bit too soon. And that is my number 6, Sidereal Confluence.
All right, my number 5, I know this is one game you really enjoy, and this is Galaxy Trucker. Now, besides the space theme, everything else I should like. It's tile laying, it's real time. That should be something that is automatically in my collection. I'm not great at real-time games, but I do enjoy them because I love Fit to Print. I usually do not win that game, but I have fun because it's like such a race feeling to get things done, and then I miss some things, but I just love the tile laying and the pressure that is with real time. So I do enjoy that type of game. But this one, for some reason, it could very well be that it's spaceship parts, and those don't really interest me at all. So it could be that, or the fact like I'll build up this ship, then all of a sudden a bunch of them will break off, and then I'm kind of back to like where I was the last round. I don't know. I am terrible at this game too, so that there's that. But I have tried this more than once, and I was like, okay, maybe I did something wrong. Let's do it again, and I just don't like it. I think I even bought it. At one time, I was like, I am determined to like this game. I'm going to buy it and play it a bunch. And nope, did not like it. I don't know.
No-go.
I don't know what it is. I know a lot of people love this game. It's like a classic in some people's collections, but it's not for me. And that's Galaxy Trucker. I don't know. It's
like
so
I've played it where you build this, because like with the real-time portion, you have all these pieces, you flip them and you add them to your ship, and when somebody finished, they flip a timer, and then at the end, like, you're done, and you might not have been done, but it's done. So I have come across players that really frustrated them, and I think they were like, that's it, I'm never playing this game again. Almost.
That was probably me. I couldn't get what I needed done, and then things don't they like burn or blow up, or
well, because then you can get hit by comets, you can get attacked, and pieces of your ship can break off, and it's kind of part of the game. Like, will you make it, or like, what do you make it with? Like, she didn't make it. So, and I think that whole thing, that's what I like so much about it. But yeah, I guess. So Carla's wrong with this one. It's an amazing game, but if you feel like her, like, put that in the comments.
Do it. There's got to be others. Can't be just me.
No, I'm sure you're not alone. But yeah. All right. My number 5 is a game that I bought blind. And I do that all the time. And most of the time, it is no problem. It's great. And this one had a Dice Tower Seal of Excellence or Seal of Recommendation or whatever. And I was like, oh, it's got to be good. And then I played it and I was like, now, and that is Dale of Merchant. Now, when I did play it, was with my ex-husband, and he was not really in the mood to play. So, and he's, it was like shortly after he became my ex-husband. So is that part of why? Maybe. But I think what really happened with this one is because this is card game, and you're trying to create, like, you can play the game, the cards for what they are, but then you can also place the cards, and you're trying to create like a run, but you can add 2 cards together to add up to it. And I think is the first time I played it, this is a race game, and we didn't play it like a race game. And it was one of those where, like, okay, I think I won. I think that's it. Like, and it was just like,
you create 6 piles, or like 6 runs you need the first person to do that, basically.
Yeah, and then that's it. You end the game. So I think race game, it has to be like crystal clear. First thing, all over the box, this is a race game. And if I realize it's a race game, I'm not so let down. It's like, oh, so that's it. That's the end. that was all. And it was like, that's what I got with this one. And I was like, I think I'm good. So and this is another one that I actually sold. This was my first game that I ever put into a auction.
Oh, really?
And I don't sell games often, but I sold this one at an auction, and no regrets.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with you on this one. I sold my copy too, and I played the crap out of it because I'm like, there's got to be something I'm missing here. Like, I played solo,
like, they rave about it.
Somebody, yeah, people just love this game. I'm like, what is it? I am missing what they love about it, because I even tried it when I played, like, I think it was John I played, and like, I tried not even, because it's a deck builder too. You're trying to build up your deck so that you can quicker build up these piles. Well, I tried doing that, and then one time I barely built any deck, and I just won it so fast. I'm like, I didn't even need to build my deck, and I won. So what's the point? I don't understand why I would build my deck all this when I can just win quicker. You know, like, I don't know. There's something wacky with the mechanics that it doesn't really.
And I think this game is missing. If you win too fast or too easily or with too big of a lead, it's not pleasant anymore.
No, because it's like, well, I didn't want to win like that. Like,
right?
A deck builder, you should have to build your deck in order to accomplish the ending, pretty much, right? And if you don't, then what's the point of building it? Like, it didn't feel. I tried it solo. Solo was a little better, but it wasn't. It's not something I'm gonna want to pull out and play when it's not satisfying. I agree with you on that one. This could have actually made my list too, because the art is so nice and the game is talked about so much. People just love this. They've made 3 different versions of this game plus a big box version, so it's well loved. But I don't know. Maybe we're both missing something with it, but I totally agree on that one.
Well, there we go.
So I accept 4 out of your 5 so far.
I guess 2 out of yours, I'm like, okay, I could see. All right, so we're at number 4.
Yeah. So my number 4 is Raising Robots. Now, this game, everyone said, if you like Wingspan, you're going to like this game. And I played it. It does have a similar mechanic to Wingspan, where you're building them kind of on a tableau, with kind of like terrains. It's a little bit different here, but that is similar. But there is like a few different mechanics in this game, and I understand they're well designed, but for some reason I didn't really have fun playing this one. And I played it more than once, and it just, I don't know what it is. Like, it's like, it should be neat because you kind of go through like a series of different actions when I don't even know how to explain it. You do kind of like an auction thing to see how many actions you're going to do. And then you'll do your actions and you kind of go in a line to what kind of actions you can do. And then you kind of go to the bottom, and possibly if you've built up those cards or upgraded them, I think it is, then you get more actions and more things. But it just, I don't know what it is about it. I didn't really love the art. Like, it's cute, but it's just not something that and maybe because I wish they were animals and not robots. I don't know. Maybe. I don't not like robots, but
isn't this fairly like combo-tastic, which would
it
be
is
right
like
up your
that's another
alley?
reason I should like it. Like there's a lot of things that can go together and you can engine build, but for some reason I just did not like this one. And I know one of the people in our group bought it, and
I
then
did.
they sold. Oh no, I think it was Ashley had it first. I think because we had played it quite early, and then I had just said I didn't really like it, but then she ended up selling it. Did she sell it to you?
No, I bought it from somebody in in Calgary.
But then I think Cherry bought it from her. Maybe Cherry bought it from her. So it's still, well, you have it and she has it, so it's still around. But and this is one like I would still maybe play and give it another try, but I would never like grab that and choose and suggest to play this one. But this is the last one on my list that I would probably play again.
Really?
I don't even know if I'd play Galaxy Trucker again because I did try it, but so maybe that should have been in a reverse order. But yeah, this one, I know some people really love this game, and it just didn't resonate with me. So that's my number 4, Raising Robots.
Raising Robots. I enjoyed this one. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
But all right. My number 4, we played it for the first time I played it for the first time. I don't know, so I say we. You were there. I don't know if you had played it before, but I played this at the first time at Gobfest, and that is Libertalia Winds of Crest. Gale Crest? Gale Crest.
Gale Crest, yeah.
And this game is mean because you get some cards and everybody gets the same cards, and then you place your cards and then it goes in order, and then you activate the one card, which activate the second card, and then you activate the third card, and you all have your own card in this lineup. And the first card could be remove the last card from the lineup. So we're like, well, you SOB, so you do nothing. Like your whole round, like, well, I do absolutely nothing. And the whole time I'm playing, I'm just visualizing my kids playing this. I was like, great, well, now they're not talking to each other. And I was just like, wow. And I was like, and then like very rarely nothing happens and all is good and you get to do stuff. But I was like, huh. Like, no, I think I'm good. Like, and I get it. Like it's a pirate game. Kind of matches the theme. Yeah. But I could do without. And this is one that was like, oh, let's play Libertalia. And I'd be like, okay, you guys have fun. Yeah. Moving on to something else. But it's like, it's a gorgeous game. The mechanism were interesting. The components are great. And that's as good as it gets. The rest was not for me. Like it was just so kind of like, but when like I don't know, maybe I'm too nice. Maybe that's my problem. Like I don't want to be that backstabby to people, and I don't like to be backstabbed like that either. So, but I mean, like you would kind of activate the daytime action and you would come back and activate the nighttime action. So like the whole concept mechanism, that whole thing was interesting and it was well put together. But it was just, it's a mean game. Yeah,
it is mean. I agree. I played the older version a long time ago, and I thought I liked it. I think it was even on one of my earlier lists. I don't know if we did pirate games or something. And it was actually on there. And then this version came out, and I was like, ooh, yeah. And I was going to buy it, but Ashley ended up buying it. So I'm like, perfect, we'll play it. And we played it, and we're like, oh, we played it 2-player, which is probably not ideal for this, but like that didn't. And she ended up selling it. None of us really.
Well, 4 players wasn't much better.
Yeah. So I think this is like needs to be like a party game. Basically, you need to be in the right mindset. Like, okay, we're just gonna go after each other. But
I guess
it's not like it's not made like a party game, so it feels like it's like a typical Euro game kind of thing. And so if you play it that way, then it's definitely not fun. If you were maybe to play it as a party game and be like, okay, we're just going to go out and get each other kind of thing. But then people get eliminated in it, don't they? Like you can literally be eliminated?
I don't remember if you could get eliminated, but I know you could end up doing nothing a whole round.
So yeah, it's It yeah, and we never went back to it. It's too bad because I know like Jamie got the rights from, I forget who the designer is, Palimori, I think, and then redid it like completely with a bit of a different theme with like animals, still pirates, but and the like components are amazing.
Right.
You get to pull out those chunky acrylic bits. But yeah, no, it just this one could have been on my list too. So far, your list is pretty good, except for Beacon Patrol.
I don't know. I'm not budging on that one.
Yeah.
But yes.
Okay, well, my number 3 is gonna be an uproar for a lot of people because this is a very, very well liked new game that everybody loves,
right?
Except for me. Well, I know Kayla doesn't really like it either, so I'm not the only one. But this is Seti. Now,
so is it the theme?
That's a lot of it. But I only played half a game. That was too much. Thank God it was only half
a game too.
This was at Gobfest, and we were playing it before the flea market, I think. And so it was like, oh yeah, we only got another half hour left. And then finally they were like, okay, well, what about, where should we end this? I'm like, why don't we just do one more round? And then let's just call it. And I mean, I wasn't even doing that bad. I couldn't even explain this game because I didn't know what was going on half the time. And that used to happen to me a lot, but it doesn't happen anymore. Usually when someone describes a game, I get it. I don't usually do well my first game, but I do start to get it at least halfway through, if not sooner. But this one, I literally had to ask, like, Chris Weiss taught us this game, and I was like, I don't even know what to do. Like, should I just do this? He's like, yeah, that'll be good.
Was
so
it a bad teach?
Like, no, I don't. Like, everybody else got it at the table. He taught everybody. And they loved it. They loved it. Like, Cherry ended up buying it.
Oh, wow.
Like, oh, no, I don't like this. Like, it just, I don't know. I couldn't even explain how this game works, but I know that I do not want to play it again. And the weird thing is, this designer he made 3 games. He made this one, Tea Garden, and Galileo Galilei. And Tea Garden I've played, and I absolutely love. Still can't get it in Canada, but it'll come eventually. And Galileo Galilei is now here in Canada, and I haven't played that one, but I really think I will like that one. It's more of a astronomy theme. I mean, I guess it's still space, but more astronomy, and the mechanics look really cool in that one. So I think I'll like that one, but I really did love Tea Garden. So it's not the designer. That's not it. It's just, I think 80% of it is that it's about space, which I just usually do not like. But the rest, and I don't know if it was just, okay, it's about space, so then I'm just not absorbing the learn because I don't like this stuff. So I don't know if that's what it was, but I did not like it. I still had a bunch of these set up at Car Treat. Like, I think there was 3 games going on at once of this, and people loved it. But yeah, Kayla had played it too, and she was like, I don't know. I don't think I really like it. And I don't know if it was the teach or if it was just the same as me. It's just just didn't love the mechanics of it. But I know I'll get some comments about this one because people love this game.
You will.
And
that's it. Like, half our followers unsubscribe.
Yeah, this one I wouldn't even play again. I wouldn't want to waste my time
playing
this one again. No, I just didn't.
So I've never played it, so I can't weigh in at all.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, okay.
I have not played this one yet. No, it is at my house right now because it was brought to Malcon, and Darren left and he forgot it, so it's here right now.
So you could play it.
Well, I don't know if I want to now.
Well, I'm pretty much a minority. Most people like this game, so you could very well much like it. But no, not for me. My number 3 is Seti.
That's interesting. All right, my number 3 might be one of my uproar game, and it's just, this one just didn't, I don't know, and that is Suburbia. Now, I bought Suburbia, the big box fancy version with like the thing, and it was really cool looking. But And I gotta say, one time I played it, me and Lee, we played it, and the money was so tight. We're like, what the heck? This can't make sense. And we completely forgot you could build the other side and get lakes that gives you income. Right. So that didn't help. But the whole time I'm playing this game, every time I was like, I wish I was playing Subdivision instead. Oh. But nobody ever talks about Subdivision, but it just kind of feels similar enough that I don't feel like you need both. And this one was just like, So, and Suburbia is well liked. So I'm definitely minority with this one. And I can't tell you, like, yeah, that one game where it was so tight, we're like, this can't be right. We have no money. And then we forgot about the other side. But it just doesn't do it for me. So, because it's like the whole scoring is based on your population as well, right?
Yeah. So yeah, this one I can see definitely if you've only played it once or maybe twice, not liking it, because unless you figure out you need to build up your income at the beginning of the game and then switch over to population at the end, because population is going to give you points, but if you build up too much population at the beginning, you're going to cross too many of those lines on the scoreboard, and that just puts you backwards, puts your income backwards.
Yeah.
So if you build high population, you're going to have no money at all. But if you build income first, then you're not moving up so far, like meaning your population isn't going up. So then you're not crossing those lines, which makes you lose income. So it's a
so there's
puzzle.
Like a right way and a wrong way to play it. And apparently I was playing the wrong way.
Well, the wrong way is frustrating because that is definitely how people are going to play the first time. Because they just, will try to build everything evenly and it doesn't work that way. But
there'll be some games that I'm playing, you're playing wrong. Like you're dead last, but God, it was good. And you still enjoy it. And that was not this game.
No, not this. Oh, this one I love. Me and John love this game. This was definitely one of our couples games.
Nice.
And yeah, I remember when you sold the big watch, I was like, what are you doing? You're like, I just don't like it. Like, what? It's crazy.
Yeah, and I don't sell games. Like I have a real hard time to sell games. So if I sell them, that speak volume.
Did you kickstart it? Did you get the?
No, I didn't. I bought it secondhand. But like yes, I bought it secondhand. It was gorgeous. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it's a good production. Yeah.
For sure. But it was just like, And you know what? Maybe that too, because there's all those expansions in there, and I was like, I'm never going to use them.
Oh yeah, yeah. You probably would have been fine. Just
big box version is completely wasted on me. But yeah, every time we play this, I'm like, let's just play Subdivision instead, which kind of has a similar theme, similar mechanism, and I just like it better.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's very similar but different.
Yeah,
I feel like they're different enough. I still have both. I like them, but yeah, no. I kickstarted this collector's edition, and when I did that, I ended up selling my base game, and then it took a little bit longer. So I was just like,
so you were like,
I shouldn't have sold it yet. Yeah, I shouldn't have sold it, but
Suburbia. What is it? Going through being deprived.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah,
but yeah, so that is my number 3.
All
Suburbia.
Right. Okay, so just 2 so far I don't agree with, but my number 2 is another very well-loved game, and I love the designers, so I should like this game, but I do not. And I've only played one full game of this. I should probably try it again, but I really don't want to, and that's Barrage. I should give it another chance, but there's so many other names that I want to spend my time on that I do not want to give any more time to this. Now, this one has some neat mechanics in it. I'll give it that. It is a very well developed game and designed, but it's just not something for me. You are basically trying to, I probably can't even describe it properly, but you're building these like water dams and things and trying to like move water down into certain areas to like score points for your buildings. But beyond that, you do have this cool wheel that is like a action selection thing where you're going to put things in the pieces of the wheel and you will not get those until a certain time. So you kind of have to time manage your resources, which I find interesting. There's other games that do that. But I had turns where I literally could place a water drop and that was my whole turn. And it was like, and probably because I was playing terribly, like that's probably not an ideal turn, but it was all I could do. And then like there was times where I would build build up an action that one turn I'd have a bunch of things to do, and I'd do it, and I'd somehow control, I don't know if it's you control these buildings or whatever, but then somebody would come the next turn and completely abolish it. And so it was like, oh. So I wasted like 5 turns getting to this really juicy turn, and then now it's just gone, and I don't have these dams, or I don't even remember the actual like process of anything, but I just remember the one. Well, I guess I'm just putting a water drop. Okay, your turn.
Because I bought this game this week. Yeah, it's
really?
just joined my collection. Now, I was watching a tutorial, so you have the water kind of moving down, and you're placing a dam to capture them, and depending on how tall you build your dam, how much water you can capture to convert that into energy, and then you would kind of sell the energy. But I guess there's some kind of mean aspect to it, because if somebody builds upstream from your dam, now they're capturing the water, and then you get maybe trickles, if that. So they can kind of sabotage you.
Or something.
Yeah. So that's from what I know. So I don't know. But yeah, the building select with the turning wheel, that seemed really interesting.
Yeah, that one.
I wonder if this would be like a game that'd be better at 2 versus 4, so you're not all in each other's way so much.
Yeah, it might be.
So
I'm not sure, but the people who like it love this game. Like they love it. Like I know at Board Game Barbecue, most of them there just love this game. We have a friend, Murr. He teaches it usually at conventions, or has, maybe not usually, but has taught it. I think he actually taught it at Cartreat this last time. And I mean, it gets full. Like people want to play it and they sign up for it. So it's a very well loved game.
So I hope you're
a heavy game. I'm going to say it's not a light game. It's not something you need time to play this game, but I really don't want to spend any more time trying to play this game.
Because at Malcon, like I bought it from the Malcon flea market, and then Richard and his brother Adam were there, and they were kind of raving about it and how interesting of a game that was.
Who was selling it?
Enjoyed it. Lyle.
Okay.
I buy
See,
so
Lyle
many
agrees
from Lyle.
with me, obviously.
I don't know. Lyle sells a lot of games that are like,
that's true.
Because it's funny. I bought Terra Mystica from him. And I was like, hey, I'm going to play Terra Mystica. Are you able to teach it? He's like, yeah, I can come over and teach it. And he's like, oh, yeah, this is a good game. And he's setting it up. He's like, I'm pretty sure I sold my copy. And I'm like,
yeah, to me.
Yeah, you did. It's right here. This is what we're playing. You sold it to me. But yeah, so if a game is being sold by Lyle, doesn't mean he doesn't like it. It's I don't know. He just sells stuff. I don't know why. But yeah, so that was your number 2, Barrage.
Yep.
Well, I hope you're wrong. I'm excited to try this one. All right. My number 2 is Smallworld. Now, in Smallworld's defense, I have only played it the one time. And I was learning it and playing it. And it was early in the board game hobby. But in Smallworld's bad side, it's very much like Risk. And my brother has destroyed Risk for me. And I've like, but still, like, Risk is a game that is like, it was just never ending. And it was like, he always insisted we played. And I wasn't allowed to quit playing. And it was just like, I do not want to play this anymore. And it's dragging and it's dragging. And then like when I played Smallworld, I was like, oh no, it's like Risk. But it's kind of has interesting aspect to it. Like you pick a faction and then you're going to have like a special ability for that faction. And then you get those and you're going to be placing them out on the board. And eventually you eradicate them or whatever. Not eradicate, that's pandemic, but I don't know. You kind of call quits on that particular breed and you bring in a new one and then you do it again with a different group of people or whatever. And I don't know. I think it to me was just, it's too much like Risk, and that got in the way. I'm probably going to play this again because I have a neighbor who has it. She's like, "Oh, I need to bring Smallworld. I don't know how to play it." And I was like, "Sure, bring it, and I'll teach it." And I was like, "Eh." And watch, I'll love it, but like I don't know. So this is one that because my brother bought it for my sister. And he's like, darn it. I was like, what? He's like, it's a great game. And I give it to her. So, but I was like, and I boarded it from my sister and we played it. And I was like, ugh. So I give it back. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It just,
no,
and I think
I
it's
agree.
the Risk thing to me. It's just too much like Risk.
Yeah. It's a way cuter version of Risk. Like it's
100%.
Like, very cool how they mishmashed the races and the, like, how do you always get a race mixed with
like an ability?
Yeah, so that's neat because you can change those up. This is could have made my list too, but I didn't even put this on there because I haven't played it in so long. I played it a long time ago when it was so popular. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play this, and I'm like, I don't know if I like that game. I'll try it again. I should, like, everyone likes it. I should enjoy this. So I kept trying to play it and I'm like, I just don't like it. And probably the same reason as you. I mean, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't like Risk because I don't enjoy those type of games, but I really liked the map on here. Like I like the colors. I like the idea of the races, but yeah, no, it definitely didn't resonate with me either. Like, and there's some really neat mechanics. Like your race ends up declining. So then you just start over.
That's what it is, declining, right?
Yeah. So, but it happens to everybody. So it's not just like your stuff gets destroyed. Everybody's is going to. So it's like a continuous thing. But, and so then that's kind of neat because then you can start over and maybe take those good areas where you didn't before. But it's just not for me either. But cool theme, like cool way to do Risk than just like troops on a map kind of thing. But
true.
Yeah. No, I agree with this one. Only 2 so far, but I think I know your number 1. And I'm not going to agree.
Maybe I'm going to surprise you.
Maybe. Okay, and my number 1 is going to be like a shock to some people. Maybe not a shock that I don't like it, but a shock that because everybody likes this game.
It's on the list at all.
And I've played this multiple times. And this is Wonderlands War. It's got to be the battle part of it because I love, bag building. I really like the Alice in Wonderland theme, but I just do not like this game. I've played it at different player counts, and I did not enjoy it at any of them. I've even won this game, so it's not just that I'm a loser and I can't win it. I just didn't even like it when I won this game. I was like, oh, I don't know how I won that game, but I'm glad it's over. It's like the mechanics should be something that I love, like the bag building. Well, not so much the battle, but most of it is the bag building and then the worker placement because you move you're all a character in Alice in Wonderland, and the first phase of the game you're moving around this rondel and collecting resources, and of course you can go as far ahead as you want, but you can't come back. So you could, move slow and get a bunch of things where everybody gets ahead of you and gets maybe juicier, but you get more things. And so that's neat. And then you, by doing that, you're building up your bag and trying to upgrade different things on your player board. But then when the battle comes along, because you're placing different buildings and things on this battle zone kind of thing. And then at the end is this battle. And that to me is just usually like, I just get wiped out. Doesn't matter what I do, how much I put out there. Somehow they're just gone. I mean, one game I somehow figured it out and managed to keep them up there. Or I don't know if other people were battling each other and I just got lucky and stayed on the on the field, so I ended up getting points for, outlasting. I don't know how I ended up winning that game, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think I've played it probably 3 or 4 times too, so I've given it a fair go. But sorry, people, I just do not like this game, and I still have it at my convention. I think we've had it almost every
it's
card
been
treat,
played like every time,
and it's always fills up. Everybody wants to play it, and there's a waiting list. But I just don't like. Cherry runs this game all the time. She loves it. She owns it, and everyone always has a blast. But nope, not me. It's just not for me. That's my number one, Wonderlands War. Do you own this game, Mel?
I don't own it.
No.
I have played it. First time at card treat, and I don't disagree with you like too much. The first time I played it, I was like, okay. Like, I like the action selection around the table. Yeah. I really like the bag building. I like the drawing from the bag. I don't like the area control battle around as much. That to me is kind of a bit of a miss. But I've played it again and I liked it better.
Yeah.
So just the other aspect of it, I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. But it's just, to me, it kind of, when it gets to that area control battle thing, I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Would you buy this game?
It works. I wouldn't go out of my way, but you know me. If it needed a home and it was being abandoned, maybe. Yeah. I need to stop thinking of board games of lost pets. Maybe but it would. It's not one that's like, oh, I wish I had this.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And last time I played it, I was like, okay, no, that was good, and I did enjoy my play of it. But it's like I enjoy it despite the end portion of it.
Right. And the production is unreal.
Oh, unreal.
Especially if you have the deluxe version. All the chips that go in the bag are all acrylic, I think, and all very, very nice. So it's not, it's definitely not the production. I don't even know what it is other than the battle part of it that I maybe just can't stand that so much that just made me not like it. I don't know. Maybe. I liked 2 out of the 3 mechanics out of it. So you'd think that would overpower, but it did not. So that's my number 1, Wonderlands War.
All right, my number 1 surprise is A Feast for Odin.
Yep. I knew it.
And so you're not shocked. Weird.
No.
So there are games that I played that I was like, okay, I don't know if I like that, but I have fun doing it. I did not have fun playing this one at all. And we're like, okay, let's just end it now. And it felt like a chore. And I was like, oh my God, is this almost over? No, okay, keep going. It's okay, are we almost there? Like, oh my God, no. That's not right. A game shouldn't feel this way. Now it's a worker placement that has 50 different spots that you can go on. There's a polyomino portion where most of your board is negative that you need to kind of cover it up so that you hopefully don't have a negative score at the end of the game. And then what you put on the board can be both ways. You can upgrade it to the other side. And then there's this other board that has more polyomino that we never got to at all. Anyways, I don't know why that's there. And the whole time, I just wanted the game to be over. And then a lot of people say, okay, yeah, but that's your first game. Okay, the first game is rough, but if you push through and play it a few more times, you'll get to like it. And this game is coffee for me. Nobody starts drinking coffee because they like it. And everybody said, no, but you put a lot of cream and you put a lot of sugar, and then it's bearable, and eventually you like coffee. And I don't drink coffee. I never bothered. It was it tasted like mud. And I don't want to power through tasting like mud so that I can like coffee. And I feel the exact same way about this game. If you really power through, you might get to like it. It's or I could just play a game that I like now.
Right. Yeah. Well, I agree with the coffee. We both aren't coffee drinkers. And yeah, I don't know how anyone ever is, oh, I love coffee. How do you get to that point?
I actually made myself a tea using my Keurig, and then we had company over, and there was a coffee pod left in there, and I took a sip, and I'm like, I still do not like coffee.
No.
But
I like the smell of coffee.
I don't even like the smell of it.
Of like grounds, like the fresh grounds. Like in the restaurant, I would open it and I'd just be like, oh, smells so good. Why can't it taste like that?
I don't know. It tastes as equally as it smells, in my opinion. It's like, and you're like, you know, if you pour out coffee and then you can smell the coffee, you're like, whoa.
Oh, you don't even like the smell.
I don't even like the smell.
Coffee,
no.
But no.
So yeah. So
like
A Feast for Odin is my coffee. Yeah. And most people love it.
Oh, I really would like you to play it again, but it is a long game to get through. If you hated it.
To suffer through.
No, it's so good. So we just played it recently.
And I mean, I am definitely in the minority with this one.
Yeah.
100%. And I didn't even check, but I bet you it's like a really high score on BGG.
Yeah, I wonder.
But oh my god,
it's definitely in the top 100. Let's see where it is. Let's have a look.
How wrong am I?
How wrong you are. BGG top 100. Here we go.
Would it just show if you look for A Feast for Odin? Maybe it's not on there. Maybe it's declined.
No, it's gotta be on here. Where are you?
It's gotta be on here.
Harmonies is on here? What?
I could see that. Harmonies is good. You must have played it wrong.
That many times? I don't think so. Okay, where is A Feast for Odin? I don't think it's even on here.
Maybe it's not in the top 100. Oh my gosh.
Seti's on here? Oh my god. And Barrage? How did they get on? Oh, there it is. It's on here. It's higher up, like in the 80s. But it's still on the top 100.
So it's in the top 100. It has a rating of 8.2, which is high for BGG.
Yeah, that is.
But oh my god, it says it plays in 30 to 120 minutes. That's a huge stretch.
But there's no way 30.
Like how?
I don't know who's playing this in 30 minutes.
This is a game that
there is a shorter version, but even the shorter version is not a 30-minute game. So I don't know where that's
I don't know why they put that on there. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yes, so that is my number one, A Feast for Odin. So do let us know what you think of our list.
Let us
this
know.
Is so different because most of the time we talk about all these games that are so good and we go on because they're so good. And now we're like, okay, I know people like this one, but I don't know why.
Well, and like when I put these in Pub Meeple, I think I only had maybe 12 or 14 games. That's all I could think of that I don't like, other than the ones you've listed that I didn't remember about. So there isn't a lot. Like I like a lot of games.
True. I have like, because I had it on my thing, and I don't even know if I went Pub Meeple with this one. This one was kind of like, okay, which one? Like, I just don't think I know what I don't like apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just gonna look at very quickly what else I have. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there was 15 on my list total.
Oh, okay. So not a ton either. And it's funny because in our little game group, there's 3 of us, me, you, and Bernie, love most games.
Almost everything, yeah.
We like a lot of different categories, and all our other friends like a lot too, but then some of them have a lot they do not like.
Yeah, they have like very definite, I will not play this
game
don't
like
list.
That game. Whereas us 3 are pretty other than these ones, we're pretty easy to play almost anything. But these are a no-go for me. I mean, some of them I might try again, but I really don't want to.
Well, yeah, exactly. This is all games that I hope I don't play again.
Yeah.
But if somebody's like, okay, let's really play this one, there's a few on here that I'd be like, no.
Yeah. Harmonies I'll still play on BGA. So BG Potato, I'll still play that one. We've been playing lots on BGA.
Oh, it's like BG Potato. What game is that?
So that's his handle on Discord. So
I
we've been
see.
playing some
Okay.
games on there. Me and him and Kayla played River of Gold. I think it was that one. He just destroyed us both on that one.
Nice.
And that one's a game, you're going to like that game, but it's one I need to play on a table. For me to play that one electronically is very tricky because I need to see everything in one shot. I don't like scrolling around having to like, okay, what's going on here and here and here. But it's a very easy learn, that game. It's beautiful. You're going to love that game. It's almost a gateway game like that. The rules are so simple, but there's still a lot going on. Yeah, I really hope I can make it tomorrow. Mel's going to have a game day tomorrow, and I'm going to try and make it and teach her River of Gold and Grand Austria Hotel, which she's never played.
Yes, because I got that one now. It's in my collection. I've never played it. And then how many times has it made your list? Not this list.
It's in my top 10. It's very high up, so I love that.
Yeah, that would be cool. Because Lee decided, a friend of his were talking, and they're going on a bike trip to BC, staying overnight, coming back the next day. And he's like, is that okay? And I was like, is that okay? Maybe you could play board games. Like, of course I'm going to be playing board games.
I'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
And I have the weekend to myself too. I have my husband's gone working, and my son and his girlfriend, they're gone for their anniversary. So it's literally 3 days I have. But I also have my dog too. So if I can find someone to watch him, I will pop over there tomorrow.
And I would do a call out, please call Carla and go dog sit, but it's not going to air in time. So.
Yeah, that'll be 2 weeks from now, or a week.
Yeah, sounds good. So next podcast, we're going to be doing our top 9 travel games. Now, because I was like, we're going through a list. We have a list of stuff that's kind of pending that we was just like, how about if we do travel game? I was like, okay, because I'm thinking for some reason games about traveling.
And
she's like,
I was thinking games we take traveling. So how I'm gonna look at it is like that I would take, to an airport. So I don't have a lot of space, but I might play them in the airport or on vacation. So things that probably don't take up a whole lot of space, but not just tiny, tiny games, just things that we could take out of a box and maybe put in our suitcase.
Our list would be so different.
You would have done all these like travel packing games that were about traveling.
That's what I was picturing. I was like, well, I guess like Tiny Epic Quest, you could go by Griffin, you could go by Bo. But we're not doing that. We're doing games you can take with you traveling.
Yeah, on your summer vacay.
It's going to be a much easier list to put together, so I'm glad for that.
That's right.
Oh my God.
But until next time, where can people reach you?
So first of all, be sure to join us on our Discord channel. We're on there quite a bit. And I am on Instagram at Mel's_boardgame_room. I also have a YouTube channel calls me Mel's Board Game Room. And my Facebook page is also Mel's Board Game Room. How about you, Carla? Where can we find you?
And I am on Instagram at boardgamespecialist, all one word. And at Facebook, I have Red Deer Board Game Fanatics. Well, until next time, thank you all for listening, and bye for now.
Bye, everybody.